The final step is stealth extraction. This is all about getting the girl home. And like the other steps, we want to do it so that there's no chance of rejection and so that it's done nice and smoothly, with maximum chance of success, obviously. So earlier I mentioned some of the transitions that I use. They're ones that are logistical in nature. Who are you here with? What time did you get here? What are you doing later? Something to bear in mind is that a girl is not going to leave the club with you. 99% of the time she won't leave the club with you if she's just got there. Because she's been getting ready, she's been doing her makeup, getting dressed, doing all that stuff. She arrives in the club with her friends, she wants to dance, she wants to have a few drinks, she wants to relax, and then she wants to go home with you. So if she gets there at 11 p.m, she doesn't want to leave at 11:30. So a lot of this game is going to be applied after the first hour. You're probably going to look at most of your extractions happening between 1 and 2 o'clock in a place where clubs are open between 11 and late. Sometimes when the club closes. So I've done my logistics. I've found out that important information. She might have no plans for later, in which case I make a mental note that I need to set those plans and get her to agree to them. Or she might have plans for later. Those plans could be to go to another club. If her plans are to go to another club, I either want to hijack them and change those plans to go to somewhere else, or I want to agree that that would be a good thing to do and then sidetrack her on the way. So if she says she's going to Movida later, I could say that that's a bad idea and we should go to another club and give her a bunch of reasons. Have you been there before? Oh, you haven't? Oh, you should really try it. Oh, it's great tonight. Get her to agree, and then when it comes to leaving, what we're going to do is we're going to just drop past my house. We're just going to have a couple of drinks on the way to this place. If it's the club that she originally wanted to go to, again, we're going to do the same thing, drop home for some drinks, and then go to the club. Of course, in most cases, you want to never have that happen. You want to just stay in the house once you get there. But what you're going to do is you're going to avoid what I'd call the trigger words. You're going to not say my house, my place, back to mine, come back for a coffee. You know, you're not going to say any of these words when you're trying to get a girl back. Something that's nice to do is to say house party. So you want to be sowing some seeds for the house party a little bit before you try and extract. You want to say that later you're going to go to a house party. And then when it comes to the actual extraction, you want to do it in a really, really smooth way so that she almost doesn't realize what she's agreeing to. So you might say, oh, we're going to go to this house party, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be so, so fun. We always have so much fun at these house parties. You like having fun, don't you? What does she say in that situation? Every girl will say yes. Okay, cool. Do you want to finish your drink first? Have you got anything in the cloakroom? Do you need to tell your friends? What you're doing is you're getting her to agree to come back by just agreeing that she's fun. You're then distracting and asking the question so she thinks, do I want to finish my drink? Have I got something in the cloakroom? Should I bring the friends or tell the friends? And she's not thinking anymore about, is she going back to your house with you? She's thinking, what do I need to do here before I leave? So the formula there is that you suggest the thing you want to do, and then you have the reason why it's going to be good. You could say, oh, you like house music? Yeah, we've got this DJ, he's got the best house music. It's just some dude with an iPod. You say he's got the best house music. You're going to love it. You do like house music, right? Yeah, all right, cool. Do you want to finish your drink? So you're getting her to agree to something that she will agree to every single time. Put yourself back in that position and imagine what you could have done wrong. You could have said, oh, hey, do you want to come to our after party at my house? Yeah, it's sure it's going to work sometimes, but it's not going to work every time. Even worse, do you want to come back to my house? Slightly better, do you want to come for some more drinks? Do you want to go somewhere and have a couple more drinks? You're going to this after party. You distract her and you're leading her out of the club. She might start to be a little bit, hang on a minute, I'm going back with this guy I've just met. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know him that well. Who else is going to be at this after party? Call your friend. Fake phone call. Hey mate, how you doing? So you're going to come down? All right, cool. Who are you with? Sarah, who else? Oh, Michelle and Steve, yeah? Oh, okay, amazing. How long will you be? All right, perfect. Send me a text when you're outside. Yeah, I'll see you in about 25 minutes then. Yeah, wine's good. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, bring some wine. All right, nice one. See you later. You're going back, but there's more people coming. You get back to the house, just two of you. Or maybe it's her friends and your friends, if there's a group. And then you get the text message, oh no, they've gone somewhere else. Or, oh no, he was tired. Oh, their car crashed. It doesn't matter. They're not coming. So the after party is just you guys. So when you think of extraction, it's not going to be a big drum roll moment. You're finding out her plans in advance. So you're never going to say, come back to my house. And she's like, oh no, I've got to wake up early. Or come back to my house. I can't. I'm staying with, my friend's staying with me. I'm the only one with keys. She's lost her phone and is going to come back at 2. So I have to be there to let her in. And I have to feed my cat. And I've got a flight at 5 in the morning. You know, that's not going to happen. You're going to know the situation. And then you're going to lead into it so smoothly that all she's really agreeing is that she's a fun person. She likes having a good time and, you know, she's willing to spend more time with you. If you layer this on top of the verbal game, the non-verbal game, and everything you've done in that whole interaction, showing honesty, showing that when you're escalating and when you're being sexual, you're not sleazy with it. You're not coming across as a stalker or a desperate guy or a guy that wouldn't listen if she said no. You're coming across as a guy that's cool, casual, take it or leave it, a lot of fun. And so she's going to be fine going back with you. Something quite nice that you can do is you can try and do a little fishing and see what you can use as a reason to get a girl back. So you might say to a girl, are you hungry? And if she says no, you say, oh, okay, no, me neither. Anyway, blah, blah, change subject. If she says yes, say, oh, me too. I tell you what, we've got to go and get some food in a minute. Do you want to finish your drink first, and then we'll go and get some food? What kind of food do you like? Do you like this, this, this? All right, perfect. You're going to love it. She's not coming back to your house for sex now, she's coming back for food. So if you can think of things that you can throw out there and then see if she bites, and if she doesn't, you've not lost anything. But if she does, you've got your perfect excuse to get her back, then you'll be doing really well. Again, you're not going to use any trigger words. You're not going to say, come back to my place for food. You'll be like, let's go and get some food. She won't know until you're walking or until you're in the taxi, on the bus, or however you're going to get home, in your car. She's not going to know until that happens where you're going. And then you just play it off and you say, oh yeah, I'm a really good cook. I'm going to cook you this, this, this. Can you cook? So she's like, oh no, what's going on? Oh, I'm distracted, you know? Can I cook or not? Oh, let me answer that question. And that's what you do. You're not going to get into a debate about it. You're going to answer a question and then distract and lead the interaction. If at this point you let her lead it, where are we going? Back to my house. What? We're going back to... Yeah. Oh, really? Why? Well, you said you wanted to eat. Yeah, I know, but that's what's going to happen if you let her lead it. But if you keep distracting and leading, she won't have time for that negative thought pattern to build up, and it'll be very easy for her to just accept what's going on and go along with it. So there we have it. We've got a 5-step process. When you go out, it's going to work in the toughest environments. It's going to involve raising your value in really easy ways. You're not going to be rejected. You're going to be walking around with total confidence. You're going to have a swagger because nothing can go wrong. You're going to be opening in a really subtle way. Those high pressure, long walk-ups that are real coin tosses that could be, could go either way, could be really, really good, really, really bad. They're not happening anymore. You're getting accepted on your approach much higher percentages of the time because you're not triggering any of the negative responses. You're giving the woman something different. You're showing confidence and playfulness and qualities that she doesn't normally meet in guys that approach her. When you're in there, you're going to be using conversational game that ticks all the boxes, doesn't have any of the weaknesses, and means you're having a lot of fun. Because you're having fun, you come across as not too serious, not too invested, can take it or leave it, high value, high status. You're making her work, you're making her invest. You're making her react to you. You're unpredictable. She can't take control of the conversation. So she just has to give up and let you lead it. You're giving her a great time, a lot of fun, saying things that make her laugh, that build attraction, that she can't believe. She's going to tell her friends about you. You're leading on an emotional roller coaster. And at the same time, you've got micro-escalation going on. You're not in your head worrying about going for the kiss close. It's happening so smoothly, but still quite quickly if you like, but so smoothly that there's no way that you're going to have a big rejection. You don't have to be worried about it. You use multi-level communication to get away with things that you normally just wouldn't be able to get away with. And then you bring out the big guns and you're doing your sleazy funny keno. And you're doing the other things that build massive sexual interest, stealth arousal, things that set a huge memory in her mind. They're probably never going to happen to her again in her life. And she might have been to clubs hundreds and hundreds of times. And you're going to do 10 or 12, 15 things that she's never had done to her before. She will not forget that night. And then when it comes to taking her home, she could be easy, kind of girl that goes home with lots of guys. But if she's not, you might be the first guy that successfully gets her home. This tough girl that, she prides herself in the fact that she takes it slowly with guys. And you're going to be the one that is so under the radar that you're able to do it right away when all the other guys would fail. So that's the 5-step process. Some things that come up, some questions I get asked. Guys wonder if there's any difference, if there's anything different that you should do, either if you can't close the girl that night, or if you want to see her again and you want to build a bit more connection. And there really is. So you might talk to other girls during the night and they're not the girls you take home. You might get some numbers. If you want to see girls again, you need to do things a little bit differently. It's very easy for you to go out, kiss 10 girls and get 10 phone numbers and have them all flake when you text them and say, let's go for a date. It's very easy for that to happen. If you leave the girl on a sexual high point, and that's her interaction with you, and then you re-engage with her by phone or text, and she's not at that point anymore because she's not been drinking and it's the daytime and she's not dressed sexy, she's not feeling sexy, she won't meet you again. So for the girls that you meet, that you want to number close and you want to take on a date and you want to see it another time, you need to do things a little bit differently and take a slightly different route. You can kiss her, but what you also need to do, let's say you kissed her on the dance floor, What you then need to do is back off, take her, sit down with her, go to the bar with her and talk to her. And let her build up enough of a memory of a conversation that connects and gets to know each other. Use the future pacing, set up some dates. Bam, you've got a solid number close. The nice thing is, if you do this after kissing her, any point in the conversation where you run out of stuff to say or it dries up a bit, you just look at her and start giving her a kiss again and then back off. So it's very easy to have that conversation after you've sexually escalated. It's a lot easier to do that after than before. Something that I really want to mention, and I hope you guys pay attention to this, is a little bit on your morals when you're doing this. I think I can safely say this, that there's no girls out there that hate me. So there's no girls out there that go, I thought he liked me and then he didn't want to see me again. What a bastard, you know? I don't think there are any girls out there like that. However, if you game a girl at 100% and you lead her on and you give her all this and then you don't see her again, she could be thinking that. So if you're the kind of guy that wants to be a player and you want to sleep with 7 girls a week, you know, every time you go out you want to sleep with a different girl, you can do that, but you need to be moral about it. Women enjoy sex, they're happy to meet guys and, you know, have a great night. However, you need to leave out a few things in your game. She shouldn't know too much about you. She shouldn't have anything that she can feel connected to. You shouldn't know too much about her. You could maybe remove a lot of the honesty components in terms of giving information about yourself or connecting with her. You want to be honest about your situation. You want to tell her that you're dating other girls and you don't want to settle down, or that you're going to leave the country soon. You don't want her to have any false hopes or to use that as a reason to get her into bed. If your game is so good that you could blow away an average girl, she's going to want to see you again. So don't give your 100%. Give just enough. If she's giving you IOIs, you don't need to work hard anymore. If you look at my verbal game, if you look at everything I taught and then saw how often I applied all of it, I'd only apply all of it on the girl that is incredibly confident,